Good afternoon, everyone. How y'all doing? Today we're in our front yard planting Coleus and replacing a few Japanese forest grass that did not break dormancy. I have five. I think I have 5 of them. 2 of them didn't break dormancy. So I'm replacing those today. And each year I always plant Coleus. I've heard of some people being able to winter them over. And maybe I could have if I had a greenhouse and dug them out and, potted them up and put them in a greenhouse. That I have never been able to be successful at that. So I have Ruby Slipper Coleus. It grows up to 24 inches tall and wide. It actually can almost come waist high to me, and which is more than 2 feet. If you look closely, the biggest pest we have in our garden are slugs and snails, specifically snails. And I think that's because they like to live in our Agapanthus. So I'm gonna have to bait for that so they don't devour. You can tell on the backside, they've just been eaten away. And actually in the last few years, I've noticed we have been having grasshoppers. The large ones are about this big and they're gray in color. And I've seen small ones, almost like baby ones, and they almost look lime green. All my dahlias are coming up, and I wanted to show you a picture of them because they've all broken through the soil, but half of them have been completely obliterated. And I don't know if it's the grasshoppers or the snails, because I see no snails around there at all, and I've baited for them. Anyway, that's for another day. But today I'm going to plant the Coleus right here, and I wanted to show you there are 2 grasses right off here to the left of me, and they did not break dormancy either. I'll make sure to put the correct name on the screen because I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly. I think it's Sirocco grass. It's a feather grass, and I've had them for 3 years. And you can tell this one off here to the side tried to break dormancy, but neither one of them did. I'm going to dig those out, leave that area open because I want to place 2 more Limelight Primes on each side of the one that I planted just this last fall. So that area will be a little bit bare until the Limelight Primes come in. Not one nursery here in town has any. So I don't know if you guys are experiencing that where you live, but nobody has any Limelight Primes right now. They will be getting them, they're just not sure when. So I'm gonna dig those grasses out, get the Coleus planted, and then we'll go over and plant the forest grass. Good morning, everyone. It's a new day. We had an appointment to get to and time got away from me, so I couldn't finish everything. But behind me, we planted, well, at the time I was taping, we planted 6 coleus, and I realized I needed one more. So over the weekend, I went and bought another one to put back here. They get about 24 inches tall, 16 inches wide. It says it can take part sun, part shade. For me here in Fresno, Central California, that really just means early morning sun. It just gets too hot. We probably won't see any more 80-degree weather. We are already in the 90s. And next week I was looking at the forecast and I think it's hovering between 103 and 99. So summer is here for us. So it's super early in the morning. These will get some sun and then they'll be protected from the shade the rest of the day. Let's go over to the Japanese forest grass. These are the 2 new ones that I planted, and you'll be able to tell that they're nothing like this one that I had, you know, like the other 2 that didn't break dormancy. This is a little more variegated, and I can't seem to find this one anywhere. This particular one off to the side, along with the 2 that didn't break dormancy, those are the ones I picked up on clearance a few years ago. So I'm not surprised that they didn't make it, and that's okay. I really like this texture, and the garden centers around here have just recently started carrying it. And it'll get a little bit bigger than this, but not too much. Let me bring you around over here to the Agapanthus to give you an idea of how warm it's gotten already, or become, I should say rather. These Agapanthus already are budded up. It's the middle of May, and they normally don't start budding up until, maybe first or second week of June. So that's just a good indication of how warm our spring is. And well, spring is gone, at least for us. And now we are into summertime. So let's go take a look at the Dianthus. This Dianthus border we planted, I believe, last November, and if I'm incorrect, I'll make sure that I put the right date up. And they didn't do a whole lot until really almost after the first of the year. They stayed really green, they had a little bit of flowers, but they really began to push growth, I think, when it warmed up a little bit. Now, this is my first year growing Dianthus, and so far so good. I gave them a hard prune, I want to say 3 weeks ago, maybe 4 weeks ago. Oh, they had put on a big show of just gorgeous flowers, and you could see them from the street. But I could tell they were looking a little leggy, and again, I'm new at planting this particular plant. And when I got down closer to see if I wanted to deadhead it, I could see a bunch of new growth coming up underneath. So I went ahead and sheared them back, and it looks like they're all starting to bud up again. I'm not sure how they're going to do in our heat, so this will be a bit of a trial for me. However, I really am happy with how it's turned out. I haven't lost one, and I have several here. I'm not sure how many I've planted. I'll have to count them, and I'll put it up on the screen. But they've all done super well. I really like to do the tour, at least for the front yard, when all the Agapanthus blooms are fully open. And hopefully this year, I will not be so nervous to do a tour of our back garden. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys are having a really good week, and we'll see you soon. Bye.